What's up, guys? Before we get started, we gotta thank Cafe Casino for sponsoring today's episode. So when Marius and I are working, especially when we're shooting more cinematic stuff, there tends to be a lot of downtime. Like when we're in between shots or a new lighting setup. Lately, I've been playing this great little game called Build-A-Burger where you move this little character around and help her build a burger on a platter. It's super fun and I can't get enough of it. So whether you're waiting for something to come out of the oven or you just need a little mental vacay, this is an easy way to just take a few minutes to yourself. So again, if you're looking for a break, check them out at cafecasino.com. When I'm making episodes for Barfly, I tend to have lists and lists and lists of cocktails, some of which are very difficult to get around to. What I like to do usually is put cocktails into a theme so that it doesn't just seem like a random video, but we're just gonna do all grenadine cocktails, or we're gonna do winter cocktails, summer cocktails, fall cocktails, you get it. Inevitably, I never get around to some cocktails, and that's not just because I don't want to do them, it's just because they don't fit in any video. So today, we're gonna be doing 3 cocktails that are just random cocktails that I really wanna try. These are things that I've been meaning to try for a very long time, and I just haven't either been able to put it into a themed video, or I haven't had the time to do it, so today, we're just gonna get to those orphan cocktails. The Chirulín is a centuries-old Peruvian cocktail that is historically just a combination of pomelo juice along with cinnamon simple syrup and acholado pisco. Today, we're gonna be making a updated version that was created by a Peruvian bartender named Tatiana Flores, which actually uses ruby red grapefruit juice in exchange for pomelo and a little bit more acidity from lime. It is magnifique, so good. Let's get it done. And I'm happy that we've actually been able to find another centuries-old cocktail that we have not done in this channel yet, because sometimes I feel like we've done them all, but apparently not. First things first, 1/4 ounce lime juice, 1.5 ounces ruby red grapefruit juice. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce rich cinnamon syrup. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 ounces of the acholado pisco. Drop our big rock of ice in there. And we're just gonna strain on top like so. And then we're just gonna, well, let's try it. This is just a much better, redder grapefruit than that one, so there we go. Take a nice, thick, kind of cut grapefruit and put it in like so. And there you have the Chirulín, a very full Chirulín. Very good Chirulín. Without a doubt, the star of the show is the combination of the cinnamon and the grapefruit, which is freaking amazing. In tiki cocktails, Don's Mix #2, which is the combination of grapefruit and cinnamon, is the star of the show in many of those tiki cocktails. I'm not sure if maybe Don took inspiration from this drink, but those ingredients pair so well and really just makes up the backbone of the cocktail. It's nice to have that lime in there for the extra acidity because the grapefruit is really not going to carry enough acidity to really balance out that sugar. So it's really nice to have that in there. And then of course you got pisco. You know, that pisco is basically brandy. It's a grape spirit made in Peru. It is got kind of this malty-ish flavor. It's kind of this subdued sort of malty flavor to it that I really enjoy. I think actually a lot of brandies that are not barrel aged, like the eau de vie, kind of have this flavor. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has that just kind of throughout the cocktail and just sort of on your back palate. I love this drink. It's not super nuanced. It's very uncomplicated. It's a nice, refreshing drink. There it is, the Chirulín. There's absolutely no history to tell you when it comes to a strawberry basil mule. I just wanted to make a strawberry basil mule. I'm sure I got this idea from somewhere, but I don't have any bartender to attribute it to. We're just gonna be doing it on the fly. And then quite honestly, I'm gonna be twisting it a little bit more in the direction of a buck than like your typical mule. So first thing we're gonna do is just grab a tin here. I guess it should be called a strawberry basil buck, right? So we're gonna grab our tin here. We're gonna throw in about 5 to 6. We're gonna do like 2 medium to small strawberries. We're gonna stick that in there. Half an ounce of lime juice, and then 3/4 of an ounce of fresh ginger syrup. And we're just gonna give this the good old muddle. And you wanna make sure to keep those basil leaves on the bottom. So as you crush the strawberries, you're just lightly pressing the basil, getting the essence out. And then we're just gonna add in 2 ounces of gin. So we're gonna be doing this one in a Collins glass. And instead of the customary soda water or club soda that you would put in something like this, I'm actually gonna put more ginger beer in there. So it's really plus up the ginger and then maybe plus up the sugar just a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna pour about 1 ounce or so of ginger beer straight into the glass like so we don't have any layering problems later. Do I have enough ice is the question. Do I have an ice, Marius? That is the question. And then we're going to strain straight into our glass like so. And then we're going to offset the volume here with some ice. And hopefully I have enough. You want to make sure to add as much ice as the glass will hold. You don't want ice floating around in the glass. Nice. Oh, look at that. And I don't even have to top it up. Well, I'm gonna anyway a little bit. So just pour a little bit in here like so. Let's garnish it with a tiny strawberry. Or not a tiny one, but a small one. Boom! Cheers, big ears. Oh yeah! I mean, ginger, strawberries, and basil is such a no-brainer combination. So good. The spiciness of the ginger really plays into the floral aromatics of the basil, that basil flavor. You get the strawberry right on the back end, and the botanicals of the gin just all pair so well. Such a well-paired cocktail, really nice summer drink, and very refreshing. There it is, strawberry basil buck. The next cocktail we're doing today is called a grog, which is something that I've talked a lot about on this channel, but I don't think I've ever actually made a grog, so today we're going to make it. So just quick history on the grog. A grog was a drink that was utilized by the Royal Navy during the 1700s and before. British sailors would get rum rations on their boats. There was one admiral named Edward Old Grog Vernon who realized that his sailors were getting way too drunk. So he decided to start cutting their rum rations with water to proof it down so that they don't get as hammered on the boat as possible, which was probably a very good thing for him to do, although the sailors weren't very happy with that. So then he made up another rule that they could trade in their salt and bread for limes and sugar, and thus grog was born. This is a very simple drink, easy to do. I don't know why I said that twice. It's a very simple drink, therefore it is easy to do. I don't know why I had to qualify one with the other, but I did. It's just one of those Leandro likes to talk too much kind of deals, I guess. And this is just simple as simple can be. So we're just gonna do half an ounce of lime juice. We're gonna do half an ounce of Demerara sugar to be a little bit more traditional. And then we're gonna be doing 2 ounces of rum. Now this isn't the most balanced. We're talking about like balancing the sugar with the citrus and the booze. But really this drink only exists to make the rum, which probably wasn't very high quality rum at the time, more palatable and easier to drink. We're gonna add some ice into our tin here, like so. Hopefully I have a rocks glass in the fridge. Oh, plenty. And then we're just gonna add in our ice here. You give this the old hippie shake. Really what I should have done is just a shake and dump. Just like dumped this straight in there. You know, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because you know what, this is just a down and dirty drink. Bam, just like that. And then we're gonna just offset the volume with some more ice here. Remember, in rocks drinks, you want as much ice touching cocktail as possible. Cheers. Very good. Demerara syrup plays in well with the rum. Obviously the rum is the star of the show. I'm glad that we did Jamaican rum because it's got those tropical notes. And then just a little bit of acidity from the lime, balanced out by that sugar. So there it is, grog. Summer cocktails, fall cocktails, you get. Juice along with...
Do we have pomelo?
No. I'm doing an updated version, so just hold, please.
But if you were a sailor, you would not have had any ice.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
Well, most likely they didn't have ice on their boats for longer periods.
Well, I think commercial ice, like, I think the people who figured out commercial ice did so in the 1800s, so you're probably right, but...